What's going on, guys? This is Napoleon from Stock Nerds, and today I'll be talking about the 9 stocks that I feel fit that I will personally look at, or personally like I would swing trade for this week, November 29th. So we can just get on into it. And usually for these 9 stocks, I've searched, I've searched through, I think, around 80 stocks. I've searched through 80 stocks, and I picked 9 out of 80 of them. And these stocks generally going to give you from anywhere from 5 to a little bit over 10% weekly gain. So we can just get on into it right now. And this first stock is ticker symbol ABT. And when we look at it, first thing when it comes to swing trading stocks that I look for is making sure like the SMA indicator is on an uptrend throughout the 180-day analysis. So this is the 200, I believe, SMA indicator. I can quick check. Oh, this is actually the 180 SMA indicator, and over the course of 180 days, you can see it's more on an uptrend. So that's the number one thing that I'm looking forward to. And also we're looking to see, could this stock, I want to look to make sure like this stock has had somewhat of like a downtrend and it's looking to be like a reversal. So that's what I want. We're looking at it right here. So just looking at the stock, I want to make sure that this has potential because it's pushing above the EMA line right here. And if you guys want me to do a video on the EMA line, just let me know. But it's pushing above the EMA line, and if it does break above this SMA indicator, you can see that there's potential to make that 5% that I'm talking about. So that's one stock that I'm looking into. And also, if it continues to break down, obviously if you get into the stock and it continues to break down, this is time where you should be considering to get out of the stock, right? So yeah, that's the first stock that I'm looking forward to over this week. Next stock is ticker symbol BIDU. And once again, as well, like I said, it's extremely important to make sure that your stock is more on over like the past weeks, months, over it's been going on that uptrend. Because if you're buying to go long, you want to make sure like your stock has been performing quite good over the weeks or months, so you're a little bit more confident. Once again, yeah, just looking at it, it's pushed above the EMA line, and just this stock, you can see it's looking to get a 6% here again. Yeah, and if this stock looks to see like, say it's downtrending and it breaks below this is definitely where you should probably get out. Once again, I'm not a professional, so don't just blindly go into these stocks just because I'm analyzing them, but it's just something that you can look into and you can put on your watch list. Let's look at the next stock, which is ticker symbol CNC. Okay, so this is kind of a tricky one, I would say, because generally the stock is not so much on a consistent uptrend, but I still see value in it in a sense. So what we can see just by looking at this, number one, is the stock it hit a massive downtrend, right? And it consolidated somewhat and it went down. So this pushed above the EMA line. Also, the RSI is showing signs of positive. It's showing signs of an uptrend somewhat, and the MACD is also showing signs of a slight reversal. So this is one where you got to be very patient, I would say, and make sure you get in at the right time, because if it does break above this SMA indicator and it's on a day-to-day basis showing you higher highs and higher lows, it could be very profitable for you in the sense that it's up to 13%. But one thing to keep in mind with these stocks, like say for example, it took 15 days for this to downtrend. So don't think that it's going to uptrend in a matter of 2 days to like that 13% that we're talking about. But I do see value in this. It's probably not one of my most favorable stock, but I do see value in this. And once again, if it does break below and start going down, this is something that you definitely get out of, because you do not want to be down 8% once again, and it can continue to go down as well. So that's my thoughts on CNC. Now let's look at CPRT. And CPRT is somewhat more on my side again, because it has that consistent uptrend, which is what I'm looking for. And over the past, since it break above this SMA indicator, it hasn't so far. I mean, sometime it went down below in the past, these two times, but it's nothing crazy. And let's look. So this, and it had a massive sell-off in the previous weeks, and it's looking like it's consolidating, and it could be pushing up now, right? And just by the base of this is around 13%. And we already passed the earnings report, so earnings is not something that I'm too worried about. And just looking at this, the RSI is showing signs of an uptrend, showing more strength, right? Showing signs of that uptrend. And then the MACD is also showing signs of reversal. So this is something that I could be looking forward to as well. And once again, like, you just make sure to do your part, make sure you get in at the right time, and don't just rush into the stock. You know, stock can always turn around and just go downtrend. So make sure that you're taking your time out to get in at the right time and stuff. Let's look at Gap. So Gap had a massive like sell-off, and I'm pretty sure it's because it failed this earning, right? They were projected to do good, and just for the holidays and stuff, it did poor. Like, it had a poor earnings report, and it had a massive sell-off. But looking back on Gap, it's been consistently uptrending, and because of this earning, it had a massive sell-off. So there's either two ways or two things that could happen. This could be just crazy amounts of fear, and it just massively sell off, and it could be it could correct itself, because when we're looking at what happened in the past, it's been consistently uptrending. So it has the potential to correct itself, or it could continue to sell off and break below this SMA indicator and just continue to downtrend. So this is where we as traders get in, and we're saying, okay, we're going to look to see, is it going to break above this EMA line and continue to uptrend? Is it going to break below this SMA line and downtrend? Just by looking on the RSI, it's not showing signs of strength, not showing signs of an uptrend. The MACD is also not showing signs of a reversal. However, it's showing signs that the downtrend is losing momentum. So that's something that you can look forward to, and that's something that you can keep on your watch list. And if it does start to reverse, like, we can see that it's over 22%. So that's something that you can definitely keep on your watch list. Now, ticker symbol HOLX. Just look into this. This is also a good stock so far, because it's been above, for the most part, it's been above the SMA indicator, and it took a massive sell-off. I'm guessing that was because of earnings again, or around earnings. It took a massive sell-off, and then it pushed it up, and then it came back down again. And it seemed like the SMA indicator is acting as a support, because we've seen it in the past, boom, boom, and we've seen it here, and we're seeing it here again. So this does have potential to fill this gap and uptrend, and it's also above that EMA line. So once again, you know, just about you getting in, doing your part, and remember that this could break below the SMA indicator, or it could also go up. So, and you have the potential to make around 13%. So this is something that you can keep on your watch list. Now let's see what else. We got ticker symbol NVCR. This is a weird one, because it's like we've seen it in recent times, this break above that SMA indicator, and it was overbought quite much compared to this SMA indicator. It's been pushing up a lot, and we can see it here too. Like, it's been overbought like a lot, and it pulled back, and you see it bounced it off, pulled back again, and somewhat bounced it off, break below it, and it's pushing up above it now. So what we can see is if you were to invest in this is showing more of a 7% gain right here. For me personally, this look like it could be a day trade, or something that if it does push up, chances are it might push up within a day or a couple of days. Because just let's just look at this in, like, say 1 day 1 minute. Yep, there we go. In 1 day and 1 minute, it pushed it up 9%. So if this is going to push up or have a rally, it can push up in a matter of a day. So, or it could possibly push down also heavily in a matter of a day and just have a massive sell-off. So once again, this is about you going in and doing your part, getting at the right time, make sure you're having confirmation. And yeah, but this is a stock that I would definitely look out for over this week. All right, so let's look at this stock. Okay, so this stock has been above the SMA indicator quite a lot. It broke below it. Okay, so it broke below the SMA indicator. Based on the RSI, it's showing somewhat of not an uptrend, but it's getting there. So far the momentum on the MACD is not strong at all, but it's showing a slight signs of reversal. With this one, it's more of seeing, is it going to push above this SMA indicator, or is it going to push above this SMA indicator with a lot of strength? How is it moving throughout the week? If it does and it continues to uptrend, I mean, you're looking for around 10-11% gain. And once again, for this sell-off to break down, it took around 14 days, right? So if this is going so far, it might even consolidate a little bit and then start pushing up. So chances are, if you're getting that 10%, it might take might take 1-2 weeks. So yeah, but generally it's a stock. It has potential. So if you're looking into this stock, yeah, just take your time out and yeah, do your part. And the last stock I'm going to talk about is UNH. And yeah, this stock the SMA is not like the SMA hasn't been like on somewhat of, like, say, a strong uptrend, right? Because this is like me drawing this line right now, like this is like a SMA indicator that's on like a strong uptrend. It's more on that side. This is somewhat closer to being, as you can see, you know, it's somewhat closer to being horizontal, right? But this stock, it looks like it took a sell-off and it's consolidating and it has potential to push up. And the reason why I'm saying that is, for starters, you can see that it took a sell off, right? We can see that. We can see that it's consolidating, right? We can also see that it's consolidating right here, right? And also we can see that it has potential to go up because it's above that EMA indicator. And also the RSI is showing signs of an uptrend and the MACD is showing signs of a reversal. So it's, there is positive to the stock, but once again, it's a matter of doing your part and making sure you're getting at the right time, making sure you're looking for the right deals and everything. And yeah, and you might be wondering, like, okay, so what's so important about this SMA indicator, or what, like, if a stock just sell off, chances are it's gonna go up. That's, if you're thinking that, let's look at an example, and a great example is Lowe's, right? Let's see the importance of an SMA indicator. Let's see the importance of an EMA indicator, or the RSI, or even the MACD, right? So when we're looking at Lowe's, we've seen that it's been on it's been uptrending, right? And it has a great one too, right? The SMA indicator has been on an uptrend and it has a great one, right? But now it is never broke below the SMA indicator. If we're just looking at it like from here, it's never broke below it, and then later on it's bounced off of it, right? And later on we see that it actually broke below it, right? And in the past, when it used to be on this SMA indicator, it was a great time to get in once it pushed it above the EMA indicator, right? So it bounced off the SMA indicator, and this little blue line right here is the EMA indicator. So, and once it pushed above that EMA indicator, we saw that it would have been a good time to get in, and you can get out here once it's oversold. But we can look right here now. It broke below the SMA indicator, right? We broke below the SMA indicator, and then what we've seen after it broke below the SMA indicator is that it slightly pushed above it and then continued to break below it. So that's the importance of the SMA indicator. And some people, because they don't wait for confirmation, or they didn't care too much about confirmation, they're looking at it and saying, okay, every time it came to this SMA indicator, it bounced it off and went up. It bounced it off and went up, right? So now they're going in here and they're thinking, okay, it's gonna bounce off and go up. But no, it didn't bounce off and go up, because it's trading below the EMA, and you want to make sure that it's above that EMA indicator before you even get in, because that's another level of confirmation. So if you were a smart trader, you would have known that you wouldn't have got in because it's below that EMA. So boom, it went below it. And if you are also a savvy trader, you could have got in right here. Me personally, it's below the overall average, so I'm not one to take those trades. But if you are a savvy trader, you could have got in right here, and you could have got out right here if you know what was gonna happen. What chances are, even if you went in right here, the next day you can see it just took a massive sell-off. So that's the point with these things, is to know to wait for a confirmation, especially wait for confirmation. Continue to wait for confirmation with these things. So that's a great example, I would say, and that says from Lowe's, and that's a great example. And just looking back at the past times when it's bounced off this SMA indicator and uptrend, we can see that it was at a great price, right? Because it was undervalued a lot, right? It was undervalued a lot. Let's just go closer, right? It was undervalued a lot, number one, and we can see it from here. Also, the momentum of it downtrending was there was losing momentum of it downtrending, right? And we can see, and then it went over to showing signs of a reversal. This is also showing signs of uptrend, and it's gaining strength, and it pushing above the EMA indicator, and it's going up. Yeah, and it's above the SMA indicator. There's a lot of indication that's telling you that you can go in. Once again, indicators are not like 100% accurate, but it does give you that confidence, and it makes your winning percentage higher than if you just went in there blindly. So yeah, guys, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the green side.